Well, Donnie's very glad he got his breakfast made because we have lost power. It tried to come back on twice now. And Don says he thinks we're done. It's 11:22 a.m. I'm going to try to put my computer on the Wi-Fi because on my phone, the hotspot, so I can finish the video that I'm almost done with. Video rendering, calling Duke Power.
For the most current information, visit us.
I see nothing. I hear nothing.
Yeah, we don't want to scare it off. Move really slow.
So it's been off for about 20-25 minutes, and we're praying now.
Take a deep breath.
I'm so frustrated because I'm having trouble getting out the video that I was all but done providing.
But in the meantime, hopefully we can sleep tonight because I got a new fix. I fixed the UPS, I think. So we're gonna try this.
It's not gonna beep no more.
Well, actually, I did take the beeper loose. So if this.
He did do that on one 10 years ago, but every new one you get, you got to get rid of the beep.
I guess I'm just gonna try this out, make sure it works, and.
Oh, hi, Alexa. It's so good to hear from you. Yeah, if it'll just stay on for a little while, I can get that video up. I'd be a lot happier. Tux and Gray are perfectly happy in this doghouse. Tux and Gray are perfectly happy here on the platform in this doghouse.
So this is the Duke progress current outage map at basically 12:50 p.m. Friday, and you can see that Raleigh is one of the worst hit places. The legend says that's greater than 20,000 customers without power, and we can zoom in on that because we were out without power for about 45 minutes, so I consider us very lucky. But I believe now when you zoom in close enough, you can actually see the detailed areas where the outages are, and basically this 2, 3, just general, this is us. These 2 or 3 could have easily one of these been the one that affected us.
Johnny is settled in, at least until the next power outage. We are watching Elizabeth give us an update here on WRAL. Last year I had picked up 2 fairly large-sized dog houses along the side of the road in Fuquay for free. And my intent was to set them up this winter as some additional shelter when it's cold out. But I had Don go get me another one, and we kind of set it behind the platform out there just to give the cats another option, a little more windbreak, that kind of thing. Everybody still seems to be doing okay, and I'm out there keeping track of them and making sure they're all right. I'm making sure Don's all right too. He now has the DVR back on a UPS, so every time the power blips, the DVR doesn't take 5 to 10 minutes to reboot. That was getting old quick.
Yeah, I took the battery out of the hose reel. Took the battery out of the hose reel and put it in the UPS because the battery in the UPS was shot.
Yeah, it was beeping, but it wasn't backing anything up.
Right. It had just enough oomph to let out a beep enough to wake me up, and then it would turn off, and so we'd lose everything. So yeah.
Yeah, well, obviously, you really want your DVR on a UPS because you don't want to have the hard drive getting interrupted all the time, and you don't want to be waiting and little flickers for it to come back to life. So
right, it takes like 5 to 10 minutes to reboot.
Yeah, and too many of those, I tell you, will be asking for a new DVR. Those hard drives don't like that on and off.
Well, yeah, and UPS is so inexpensive. I mean, less than $50 is more than enough UPS to back up your DVR and probably your cable modem and your router, and keep those on the UPS. And that way, you'll have internet for a few minutes. Plus, you won't experience those little outages every time the lights flicker.
Yeah, they're good for fish tank pumps too, but mine is dead and I haven't replaced it, and so I unplugged the fish tank. The propeller was off balance every time the power would go out and get off balance, and I would fix it, but not today. So Panther has decided that the place that is most safe for him is over here underneath or back in there with the gas grill, which is, it's fine. I mean, the propane tank is in there, but it's off and it's sealed up, and as long as the house is here, the propane tank will be here too. I've been coming out to see him. I think he's the most bothered by the storm of any of the cats. Wow. All this leaf debris is to be expected. Well, here's Ruby safe and sound, and Dawn turned the breaker off to the high-powered wall connector so that if they had these brownouts or whatever, it couldn't get damaged. Johnny is nesting. He has set up a Lego hurricane-free zone. So Johnny's been watching the trees while he's been doing his Legos, and the tulip poplar here close to the house is doing pretty good, but you might notice there's one tree to the right that's leaning, and yeah, that tree's not looking too good now. Hopefully the tulip poplar's gonna hold. I'm trying to see, I guess that other tree is also a tulip poplar. Yeah, I agree that there's definitely a chance that tree is gonna fall. Hopefully it's gonna fall away from the house, or the tulip poplar is gonna keep it from coming towards the house. I waited a little longer than I meant to, but I've got all three of these guys in the garage now. One of them just ran and hid under the GMC, which is to be expected. I have a crate. I can crate them up if I want to. I've got little crates, but I'm thinking for now I'm gonna let them just run loose in here. There we are. Hi guys. Oh, I've been so worried about everybody. You can see that it's leaning even more now. Don is really hoping it's not going to damage the little footbridge that we worked so hard to put down there, or his maple. It's been one of those days. But look, we still have power, and yeah, 5 p.m.
It couldn't be much better, but it could be a whole lot worse.
Yeah, but Dawn's less stressed than I am.
Yeah.
I'm a little more stressed. But I finally got all the cats corralled.
Yeah, I'm just hungry.
And God, I promised him a salad. I guess you tried to tell me that was 15 minutes ago.
Like 30 minutes ago.
I don't think so. And Donnie, God, trying to make a video here.
I'm sorry. I was just hungry.
Guess I better feed him if he needs to handle any emergencies.
Yeah,
but
before I go in there and get into those, what are the packaged foods and stuff.
Yeah, those snacks we're all hoarding that foodstuffs we don't normally eat.
I'll start with the ice cream.
The cats are all in a safe spot now, and we're watching this tree in the front yard, but we really think it's gonna fall away from the house.
Yeah, we have a real leaner, but it's on the opposite side of a much larger tree, so it can't fall and hit the house. It's certainly a tall enough tree it could if it was falling this way, but it's not, and it's caught by another tree. However, Marianne would tell you that, well, the other tree could fall and then it could fall, and that's, well, yeah, so we could have that domino problem.
But I didn't say that.
No, but she did say that.
No,
but
I didn't.
It is possible, but not likely.
Yeah. The thing is, we got another 24 to 36 hours of 35 to 55 mile per hour wind gusts, which is not new news. They've been saying that the storm was going to hang around and the wind and the rain was going to hang around, and they're still expecting rain bands to be coming through here. Although I have to tell you, I would think flooding in our area is like, I doubt even Crabtree Creek is flooding. I don't think we've had anywhere near the rain they thought we could have here.
I agree.
Doesn't mean 50 to 75 miles southeast they didn't. I mean, I know New Bern sounds like it's been decimated with flooding. Don and I were over to Tryon Palace last year, one of our first trips in Ruby, and we really enjoyed our day trip down there. And one of the beautiful carved bears is like in the middle of the street where the floodwaters dropped it, and that's just, my heart wrenches for those people over there. But anyway, we're here, we're surviving. So far so good. It's going to be, you know, a little bit still of
fingers crossed.
Yeah, through the day tomorrow. Still a little scary.
Yeah.
So the cat food bowls are full with water. I'd say we for sure had an inch, maybe a little more. Yep, lots of leaves. That's to be expected, but no telltale pine smell because we haven't had a lot of trees breaking. Hey, that branch, it ain't no problem for Don. Don's just been relaxing in the house today. Well, you know, you can't do nothing out here anyhow. But yeah, I guess if we need to get down to the driveway now, it's off the driveway enough. I could get out in my van. I wanted to take a drive today, but I realized it's not really safe to do so. See, the creek bed is not gushing. We've had next to no rain, an inch and a half, not enough to do anything. I can see that the root ball is partially up out of the ground there. Good news is I don't see any other trees like that. I heard the mailman come, so I wanted to go get the mail. Well, Johnny does have the mail, and apparently since the mailman came, a pine tree has come down. Well, we made it back in the house safe and sound.
Yeah, we had a little stretch of the legs. It probably wasn't the smartest thing that we could have done. You know, a tree limb could come down, beating us on our noggins, but we made it. Marianne needed to get a little video for so y'all could see, but you know, it was interesting to see that we actually do have a pine tree down in the cul-de-sac.
Yeah, well, I was a good girl and I didn't demand to go out in the vehicle today, but I tell you, there are, you know, in the past 456 days, I think I only haven't gone out twice.
That's right.
And this will be time number 3, so that's hard for me. I really, about 2 o'clock this afternoon, I had itchy feet.
It takes a hurricane to stop a Tesla diva.
This is true.